Imagine for a moment that you are standing at a crossroads. Not a physical one, mind you, but a crossroads in your life. You've got decisions to make, choices that will shape your future. And let me tell you something, my friends, you have the power to make smarter choices. Yes, you. Each and every one of you. I know what some of you might be thinking, but I have made so many mistakes in the past. How can I trust myself to make smarter choices now? Well, I am here to tell you that your past does not define your future. Your past is simply a teacher, offering lessons that can guide you towards wiser decisions. Making smarter choices is not about being perfect. It is not about never making a mistake again. It is about being conscious, aware, and intentional in your decision-making process. It is about aligning your choices with your highest values and your deepest. Talk about what it really means to make a smart choice. A smart choice is not always the easiest choice or the most popular one. A smart choice is one that serves your highest good and the highest good of those around you. It is a choice that aligns with your true self, not the self that society or others expect you to be. I want you to take a moment and think about the last major decision you made. How did you arrive at that decision? Did you take the time to reflect, to consult your inner wisdom? Or did you rush into it, driven by fear or external pressure? The first step in making smarter choices is to slow down. In our fast-paced world, we are often pressured to make quick decisions. But wisdom rarely comes from haste. It comes from patience, from taking the time to listen to that still, small voice. Think of it this way. Your mind is like a lake. When it is agitated, stirred up by the winds of stress and urgency, it is hard to see clearly. But when you allow it to settle, to become still, suddenly everything becomes clear. You can see right to the bottom, where your deepest wisdom lies. How do we access this wisdom? How do we tap into our innate ability to make smarter choices? Well, my friends, it starts with self-awareness. You need to know yourself, your values, your goals, your strengths, and yes, even your weaknesses. Because when you truly know yourself, you can make choices that are in alignment with who you really are. Let me share a little secret with you. The smartest choice you can ever make is to be true to yourself. Not the self that others want you to be, not the self that society tells you to be, but your authentic, genuine self. When you make choices from this place of authenticity, you are tapping into a wellspring of wisdom that will never lead you astray. I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I do not know who I really am? What if I am not sure about my values or my goals? And to that I say, wonderful. You are at the perfect starting point, because not knowing is the first step towards discovery. It is an invitation to explore, to question, to dig deep within yourself. Making smarter choices is not just about the big decisions in life. It is about the small, everyday choices too. It is about choosing kindness over anger, forgiveness over resentment, love over fear. These seemingly small choices add up, shaping the course of your life in profound ways. Talk about fear for a moment. Fear is often the biggest obstacle to making smart choices. We are afraid of failure, afraid of what others might think, afraid of the unknown. But here's the truth. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. It is an illusion that keeps us stuck, that prevents us from making the choices that could transform. How do we overcome this fear? By remembering that we are more than our fears. We are infinite beings, capable of incredible things. When you make a choice from a place of love and trust rather than fear, you're aligning yourself with the universe. I want you to think about a time when you made a choice that you knew, deep down, was the right one. Even if it was difficult, how did it feel? I bet it felt like a weight lifted off your shoulders. That is because when we make choices that are in alignment with our true selves, we experience a sense of peace and rightness that nothing else can match. But here is the thing. Making smarter choices is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong practice. It is about cultivating a mindset of wisdom, of discernment. It is about learning to trust your intuition. How do we cultivate this mindset? Well, it starts with mindfulness, being present in each moment, aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your surroundings. When you are mindful, you are able to see situations more clearly, to respond rather than react. Imagine you are faced with a difficult decision. Instead of immediately jumping to a conclusion or letting your emotions take over, take a deep breath. Center yourself. Ask yourself, what would my highest self do in this situation? This simple practice can transform your decision-making process. Talk about the power of intention. Every choice we make is preceded by an intention, whether we are conscious of it or not. So why not make your intentions conscious? Before making any decision, big or small, set a clear intention. What do you want to create with this choice? How do you want to feel? What kind of impact do you want to have? When you set clear intentions, you are essentially programming your subconscious mind to seek out opportunities and solutions that align with those intentions. It is like setting a GPS for your life. You are much more likely to arrive at your desired destination when you know where you are going. But here's an important point. Setting intentions is not about controlling outcomes. It is about aligning your energy, your focus, your actions with what truly matters to you. The specific outcome may or may not match your expectations, but when you are clear about your intentions, you can trust that whatever happens is for your highest good. I want to address something that many of us struggle with, the fear of making the wrong choice. We often paralyze ourselves with indecision, afraid that if we choose wrong, our lives will be ruined. But here is the truth. There are no wrong choices. There are only choices and their consequences. Every choice you make is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve. Even choices that lead to challenging situations are valuable because they teach us important lessons. So instead of fearing making the wrong choice, embrace every choice as a step on your journey of growth and self-discovery. Talk about the role of intuition in making smarter choices. Your intuition is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. It is that gut feeling, that inner knowing that often defies logical explanation. And let me tell you, my friends, your intuition is one of the most powerful tools you have for making wise decisions. But how do we distinguish between genuine intuition and fear or wishful thinking? Well, it takes practice. Start by paying attention to how you feel in your body when you think about different options. Genuine intuition often feels calm-centered, even if it is guiding you towards a challenging path. Fear, on the other hand, tends to feel constricting, anxious. Here's a little exercise you can try. The next time you are faced with a decision, close your eyes and imagine yourself having made each possible choice. How does each scenario feel in your body? Which one gives you a sense of expansion, of rightness, even if it is a bit scary? That is often your intuition guiding you towards your highest good. Important aspect of making smarter choices. The willingness to take responsibility for our decisions. You see, many people go through life blaming others for their circumstances, never realizing that their own choices have led them to where they are. But when you take full responsibility for your choices, something magical happens. You reclaim your power. You realize that if your choices have led you to where you are now, then your choices can also lead you to where you want to be. It is incredibly liberating. Taking responsibility does not mean beating yourself up over past mistakes. It means acknowledging that you have the power to choose differently moving forward. It means learning from your experiences and using that wisdom to make smarter choices in the future. Talk about the importance of values in making smarter choices. Your values are like a compass guiding you towards what truly matters in your life. When you are clear about your values, decision-making becomes much easier. You simply ask yourself, does this choice align with my values? But here's the thing. Many of us are living by values that we've unconsciously adopted from others, our parents, our culture, society at large. To make truly smart choices, we need to examine our values. Are they really ours? Do they resonate with our deepest truth? Take a moment right now to think about what truly matters to you. Is it integrity, compassion, growth, adventure? Whatever your values are, write them down, make them explicit, and then use them as a guide for your decision-making process. Something that often holds us back from making smarter choices: the need for certainty. We often hesitate to make a choice because we want to be sure of the outcome. But here is the truth. Certainty is an illusion. Life is inherently uncertain. And that is what makes it beautiful and exciting. Instead of seeking certainty, seek clarity. Be clear about who you are, what you want, and what you value. When you have this inner clarity, you can make choices with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty. Remember, every great achievement, every innovation, every positive change in the world started with someone making a choice without any guarantee of the outcome. They chose based on their vision, their values, their belief in what was possible. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to make choices that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. But it starts with believing in yourself, trusting your inner wisdom. Talk about the role of patience in making smarter choices. In our instant gratification culture, we often want immediate results. But the smartest choices are often those that consider the long-term consequences, not just the short-term benefit. Think of it this way. Every choice you make is like planting a seed. Some seeds grow quickly, giving you immediate results. Others take time to germinate, to grow, to bear fruit. But often it is those slow-growing seeds that yield the most beautiful, most nourishing fruit. When you are making a choice, ask yourself, what kind of seed am I planting with this decision? What might it grow into over time? This long-term perspective can help you make choices that serve your highest good, even if they do not provide immediate gratification. Another important aspect of making smarter choices: the willingness to change course when necessary. You see, many of us, once we've made a decision, feel like we have to stick with it no matter what. We see changing our minds as a sign of weakness or failure. But here is the truth. The smartest people are those who are willing to change their minds when presented with new information or when circumstances change. It is not about being flaky or indecisive. It is about being flexible, adaptable, and committed to making the best possible choices given the current reality. Give yourself permission to change your mind, to pivot when necessary, to say, based on what I know now, this is a smarter choice. This flexibility is a strength, not a weakness. Talk about the power of asking for help in making smarter choices. We often feel like we have to figure everything out on our own. But the truth is, seeking advice and perspective from others can be incredibly valuable in our decision-making process. This does not mean blindly following others' advice. It means gathering information, considering different perspectives, and then making your own choice based on your inner wisdom. Remember, the final decision is always yours, but you do not have to make that decision in isolation. Think about the people in your life whose wisdom you respect, who has the kind of life you admire, who seems to make choices that align with their values. These are the people you might want to turn to when you are facing a difficult decision. Here's an important point. While it is valuable to seek advice, be careful not to give your power away. You are the ultimate authority in your life. Trust yourself. Trust your ability to make smart choices. Something that often gets in the way of making smarter choices, the tendency to overthink. Analysis paralysis is real, my friends. We can get so caught up in weighing pros and cons, in imagining every possible scenario, that we become paralyzed, unable to make a choice at all. But here's the thing. Sometimes the smartest choice is to simply choose, to take action, even if you are not 100% certain. Because it is through action that we gain clarity. It is through making choices and experiencing their consequences that we develop with. If you find yourself overthinking, try this. Set a deadline for your decision. Give yourself a reasonable amount of time to gather information and reflect, but then commit to making a choice by a certain date. This can help you move forward instead of getting stuck in endless deliberation. Talk about the importance of self-care in making smarter choices. When we are stressed, overwhelmed, or burnt out, our decision-making abilities suffer. We are more likely to make impulsive choices or to avoid making choices altogether. Part of making smarter choices is taking care of yourself. It is about ensuring that you're in a good mental and emotional state when you're facing important decisions. This might mean practicing meditation, getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising, whatever helps you feel centered and clear-headed. Remember, self-care is not selfish. It is essential. When you take care of yourself, you're better able to make choices that serve not only you, but also those around you. The role of gratitude in making smarter choices. When we are grateful, we are more aware of the abundance in our lives. We are more likely to make choices from a place of sufficiency rather than scarcity. Try this. Before making any significant decision, take a moment to practice gratitude. Think of 3 things you are grateful for in that moment. This simple practice can shift your energy, helping you approach the decision from a more positive, abundant mindset. Talk about the power of visualization in making smarter choices. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool. When you vividly imagine the potential outcomes of your choices, you're essentially giving your subconscious mind a roadmap to follow. The next time you are facing a big decision, try this. Close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself having made each possible choice. How do you feel in each scenario? What does your life look like? Pay attention, not just to the logical consequences, but to how each choice feels emotionally and intuitively. This practice can often provide clarity, helping you align your choices with your deepest desires and highest good. Address something that often holds us back from making smarter choices, a fear of success. Yes, you heard that right. Many of us are more afraid of success than we are of failure. Success often means change. It means stepping into a new version of ourselves, taking on new responsibilities, perhaps even leaving behind some of the familiar aspects of our lives. And that can be scary. But here's the truth. You are meant to grow, to evolve, to become the fullest expression of yourself. Making smarter choices often means choosing growth over comfort, choosing to step into your potential even when it feels scary. The next time you find yourself hesitating to make a choice that you know could lead to positive change in your life, ask yourself, am I choosing based on who I am or who I am capable of becoming? Talk about the importance of forgiveness in making smarter choices. Many of us carry around guilt or regret over past choices. We beat ourselves up, thinking, if only I had chosen differently back then. But here's the thing. You made the best choice you could with the awareness you had at the time. Holding on to regret only clouds your judgment, making it harder to make clear, wise choices in the present. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others. Let go of the burden of past choices. Use them as lessons to inform your future choices, but do not let them define you. The role of courage in making smarter choices. Often, the smartest choice is not the easiest one. It might require you to step out of your comfort zone, to face your fears, to go against the grain of what others expect from you. But here's the truth. Every time you make a courageous choice, you are strengthening your ability to make smarter choices in the future. You are proving to yourself that you have the strength to do what's right, even when it is difficult. Cultivate courage. Start with small acts of bravery in your daily life. Speak your truth even when your voice shakes. Choose love over fear, growth over comfort. With each courageous choice, you are paving the way for even smarter choices in the future. About the power of reflection in making smarter choices. It is not enough to simply make choices. We need to learn from them. Take time regularly to reflect on the choices you have made. What worked well? What didn't? What would you do differently if faced with a similar situation in the future? This practice of reflection helps you develop wisdom. It allows you to learn from your experiences to refine your decision-making process over time. Remember, the goal is not to make perfect choices. It is to make progressively smarter ones. Talk about the power of learning and making smarter choices. The more knowledge and skills you acquire, the more options you have available to you, and the more options you have, the smarter your choices can. Commit to lifelong learning. Read widely. Explore new ideas. Develop new skills. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the smarter your choices become. The importance of self-trust in making smarter choices. You see, many of us have been conditioned to doubt ourselves, to second-guess our decisions. But here is the truth. You have an innate wisdom within you. You have the ability to make smart choices. Building self-trust is a process. It starts with making small choices and following through. It is about keeping the promises you make to yourself. As you do this consistently, you'll find that trusting yourself in bigger decisions becomes easier. Talk about the role of community in making smarter choices. While the final decision is always yours, having a supportive community can provide invaluable perspective and encouragement. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who challenge you to grow, who support you in making choices aligned with your highest good. This community can be a source of wisdom, a sounding board for your ideas, and a safety net when you are taking risks. Remember, we are not meant to journey through life alone. We are stronger, wiser when we are connected to others. The importance of celebrating your choices. Too often, we focus only on the outcome of our decisions. But the act of making a choice, especially a difficult one, is worthy of celebration in itself. When you make a choice that aligns with your values, that moves you towards your goals, take a moment to acknowledge that. Celebrate your courage, your wisdom, your commitment to growth. This positive reinforcement can help you continue making smarter choices in the future. Talk about the power of stillness in making smarter choices. In our busy, noisy world, it is easy to lose touch with our inner wisdom, but often the smartest choices come from a place of inner quiet, of deep listening. Practice creating moments of stillness in your life. It might be through meditation, prayer, time in nature, or simply sitting in silence. In these moments of stillness, you can hear the whispers of your intuition, the guidance of your higher self. The role of creativity in making smarter choices. Sometimes the smartest choice is not among the obvious options. Sometimes it requires thinking outside the box, creating a new option altogether. Cultivate your creativity. Practice looking at situations from different angles. Ask what-if questions. The more you flex your creative muscles, the more adept you'll become at finding innovative solutions and making truly smart choices. The importance of honesty in making smarter choices. This includes honesty with others, but most importantly, honesty with yourself. Be truthful about your motivations, your fears, your desires. The more honest you are with yourself, the clearer your choices become. The self-honesty might be uncomfortable at times. It might mean confronting aspects of yourself or your life that you have been avoiding. But this honesty is the foundation of wisdom, the bedrock of smart decision-making. The power of letting go and making smarter choices. Sometimes the smartest choice is to release something, a relationship, a job, a belief that no longer serves you. This letting go creates space for new opportunities, new growth, new choices. Letting go can be challenging. We often hold on to things out of fear or habit, but remember, every time you let go of something that is not aligned with your highest good, you are making room for something better. Talk about the power of commitment in making smarter choices. Once you have made a choice, commit to it fully. Give it your all. This commitment energizes your choice, giving it the best chance of success. This does not mean you can't change course if needed, but it does mean that you do not sabotage your choices with half-hearted efforts or constant doubt. Trust in the choice you have made and commit to making it work. The role of intuition in making smarter choices. Your intuition is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Start paying attention to those gut feelings, those subtle nudges. They're often your intuition trying to guide you towards smarter choices. Developing your intuition takes practice. It involves learning to distinguish between the voice of intuition and the voice of fear or wishful thinking. But as you hone this skill, you'll find it becomes an invaluable tool in your decision-making process. Talk about the importance of alignment in making smarter choices. The smartest choices are those that align your thoughts, words, and actions. When these are in harmony, you create a powerful synergy that supports your decision. Pay attention to any areas of your life where your thoughts, words, and actions are out of alignment. These are often the areas where you struggle to make smart choices. Bringing these into alignment can transform your decision-making process. The power of presence in making smarter choices. Often, we make choices based on past regrets or future anxieties, but the wisest decisions come from a place of present awareness. Practice being fully present in each moment. Observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This presence allows you to see situations more clearly, to respond rather than react, to make choices based on what is rather than what was or what might be. Talk about the power of visualization in making smarter choices. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool. When you vividly imagine the potential outcomes of your choices, you're essentially giving your subconscious mind a roadmap to follow. Before making a significant decision, take time to visualize the potential outcomes. How does each possibility feel? What does your life look like in each scenario? This practice can often provide clarity, helping you align your choices with your deepest desires and highest good. The role of faith in making smarter choices. This is not necessarily about religious faith, but about having faith in yourself and the universe in the process of life. When you have faith that things will work out for your highest good, you are able to make choices from a place of trust rather than fear. This faith does not mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means doing your part, making the best choice you can with the information you have, and then trusting that whatever happens is for your growth and evolution. Talk about the importance of energy management in making smarter choices. Your energy, physical, mental, and emotional, is a precious resource. The state of your energy has a significant impact on your ability to make wise decisions. Pay attention to what drains your energy and what replenishes it. Make choices that support your energy levels. When you are facing an important decision, ensure you are in a high-energy state. This might mean taking a walk in nature, meditating, or engaging in an activity that energizes you before making your choice. Power of intention in making smarter choices. Every choice we make is preceded by an intention, whether we are conscious of it or not. By setting clear, positive intentions, we can guide our choices towards outcomes that serve our highest good. Before making a decision, take a moment to set an intention. What do you want to create with this choice? How do you want to feel? What kind of impact do you want to have? This practice of setting intentions can transform your decision-making process, leading to smarter, more aligned choices. Talk about the role of forgiveness in making smarter choices. Holding on to resentment, whether towards others or yourself, can cloud your judgment and lead to choices based on past hurts rather than present possibilities. Practice forgiveness of others, of circumstances, and especially of yourself. This does not mean condoning hurtful actions or denying your feelings. It means releasing the emotional charge so that you can make choices from a place of freedom rather than react. The importance of self-awareness in making smarter choices. The more you understand yourself, your values, your triggers, your patterns, the better equipped you are to make choices that truly serve you. Cultivate self-awareness through practices like journaling, meditation, or working with a coach or therapist. The deeper your self-understanding, the more aligned and intelligent your choices. Talk about the power of gratitude in making smarter choices. When we are grateful, we are more aware of the abundance in our lives. We are more likely to make choices from a place of sufficiency rather than scarcity. Before making any significant decision, take a moment to practice gratitude. What are you thankful for in this moment? This simple practice can shift your energy, helping you approach the decision from a more positive, abundant mindset. The role of purpose in making smarter choices. When you're clear about your life's purpose, your reason for being here, making choices becomes much easier. Every decision can be weighed against the question, does this align with my... Take time to explore and clarify your purpose. What brings you joy? What are you naturally good at? What does the world need that you can provide? When you are living in alignment with your purpose, your choices naturally become smarter, more fulfilling. talk about the importance of self-care and making smarter choices. When we are stressed, overwhelmed, or burnt out, our decision-making abilities suffer. We are more likely to make impulsive choices or to avoid making choices altogether. Prioritize self-care. This is not selfish. It is essential. When you take care of yourself, you are better able to make choices that serve not only you, but also those around you. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. The power of patience in making smarter choices. In our instant gratification culture, we often want immediate results. But the smartest choices are often those that consider the long-term consequences, not just the short-term benefits. Cultivate patience. Trust in the timing of your life. Remember that some of the best things in life take time to unfold. When you are patient, you give yourself the space to make truly wise choices. Talk about the role of curiosity in making smarter choices. When you approach decisions with curiosity rather than fear or rigid expectations, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new perspectives, new solutions. Cultivate a sense of wonder about life. Ask questions, explore different viewpoints. The more curious you are, the more information and insights you have available to you when making choices. The role of authenticity in making smarter choices. The smartest choices are those that align with your true self. Not the self you think you should be or the self others want you to be, but your genuine, authentic self. Be brave enough to be yourself, to honor your unique gifts, your quirks, your passions. When you make choices from this place of authenticity, you tap into a wellspring of wisdom that will guide you toward your highest good. Talk about the importance of flexibility in making smarter choices. While it is important to be committed to your decisions, it is equally important to be flexible when circumstances change or new information comes to light. Cultivate the ability to adapt, to pivot when necessary. This flexibility allows you to make the smartest choice possible given the current reality, rather than clinging to outdated decisions. The power of love in making smarter choices. When we make choices from a place of love, love for ourselves, love for others, love for life itself, we tap into a profound source of wisdom. Practice making choices from love rather than fear. Ask yourself, what would love do in this situation? This simple question can guide you towards choices that not only serve your highest good, but also contribute to the well-being of those around you. In conclusion, remember this: you have within you everything you need to make smarter choices. You have wisdom, you have intuition, you have the ability to learn and grow. Trust yourself. Believe in your capacity to make choices that serve your highest good and the highest good of all. Every choice you make is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become more fully yourself. Embrace these opportunities. Approach your choices with curiosity, with courage, with compassion for yourself and others. You are the author of your life story. With every choice you make, you are writing the next chapter. Make it a beautiful one. Make it uniquely yours. Because when you make smarter choices aligned with your true self and your highest values, you not only transform your own life, you contribute to the transformation of the world. Go forth, my friends. Make those smart choices. Trust your inner wisdom. Believe in your ability to create a life that fills you with joy, purpose, and love. Because you can, because you will, because you are meant to shine your light brightly in this world. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to make a smarter choice, and I believe in you. I believe in your capacity to make choices that will create a life beyond your wildest dreams. Now go out there and make it happen. The world is waiting for the gifts that only you can bring. Choose wisely, choose bravely, choose lovingly. You have got this.